Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a little New Year's Eve glam look for you, and I had picked up this Bobbi Brown Infra-Red palette. It looks like this. I had picked this up at the Sephora kind of preview holiday sale, so it's been a while that I've had this. I swatched it in stores and I thought it was so beautiful because of like these shades right here. That's what drew me in, because normally a palette like this wouldn't really catch my eye, but when I swatched it, these little metallic, shimmery, glittery shades, oh my god, they were just so buttery and incredibly like intense and shiny. And I'd never tried any Bobbi Brown eyeshadows before, so I decided to go for it. I really haven't used it since I bought it though, so I figured this would be the perfect time to use it, but also show you guys because I haven't obviously used it on camera. So I thought it would be fun for a look like this, and because it was so neutral, I figured it would be fun to throw some glitter in. So I used this shade right here as well as this one. So this little set of 6 pressed glitters right here is from the company Dear Katie Brown. They're an indie brand. They sell pressed glitters, and this is the only set I've purchased from them, but I've been meaning to pick up some more because I really do like it. I love how most of their glitters have like a variation of sizes, like the tiny little specks of glitter, the big chunks of glitter, shapes. Some of these have like stars in them or little hexagons, you know, different shapes other than just little specks of glitter. And I like that dimension that it gives it. So I thought, you know, New Year's Eve is the perfect time to throw some glitter into your look. So I figured that would be a fun thing to do. And then I did also give you 2 lip options. I gave a more neutral glossy lip as well as the one that you see right here. I think this one looks the best personally, but I do tend to go towards a more neutral or neutral gloss lip when I'm going out, especially if I'm going to be having drinks or something. So I decided to throw that in there too, and I think it looks just as good. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching.
Starting out with the shade Stone Cold, I'm just going to add this to the crease just for a nice light base and bring this onto the brow bone a little bit. Then into the shade Red Rock with a blending brush. I'm starting this directly into the crease, depositing most of the color there, and then blending out whatever is left kind of a little further upward onto the brow bone. And then I'm really focusing on making that outer corner nice and blown out. This is going to be a nice elongated, smoky kind of wing. Next up, I'm using a very tiny blending brush to go into Solar Flame, adding most of this into the crease and then really packing it onto that outer portion of the lid and then kind of blending it outward into that flared out wing area. I want this to be a nice deep brown smoky kind of look. Then I'm going back into Red Rock and just blending over the top of that dark brown shade. Next, using my Tarte Shape Tape to cut out half the crease, coming in at a diagonal, and I am tapping out the outer portion to blend it nicely. And then I'm using my finger to go into the shade Infrared, and I'm adding this on that outer portion, kind of the middle and outer portion, but leaving a little bit of the brown at the very, very edge of my eye. And then jumping into Interstellar, I'm adding this to the inner portion of the lid. Then I'm going over the crease area with a wet, flat brush, and then flipping back and forth between those 2 shades just to blend them where they meet. Then mixing together Red Rock and Solar Flame on a blending brush just to kind of blend out that outer portion of the eye. Then I'm going back into Interstellar with a very detailed pencil brush, and I'm adding this to my inner corner as a highlight. You guys know I usually like to blow my highlight out a good bit. I bring it a good bit above onto the lid and as well onto the lower lash line. Then back into Solar Flame, I'm using a very tiny detailed brush just to really make sure that cut crease area is nice and defined. Then with that same color, I'm using a flat brush to line the entire lower lash line, making it a bit smokier on the outer portion. And then I'm using a little bit of Behind the Sun on the inner portion just for a little brightness. And then using Red Rock underneath all those shades with a pencil brush just to blend it down and make it nice and smoky. Now I'm just using my NYX black liquid eyeliner to do a nice black wing. And then I'm adding black into the waterline with my Lottie London AM to PM pencil and the Milk Kush mascara to top and bottom lashes. And now to add some glitter, I'm using these glitters from Dear Katie Brown, starting out with the shade Boots and Pearls. I'm just going to tap this onto the outer portion of the eye. I want most of it to be over the dark brown shadow, and then I'm tapping it out a little bit. Then I'm going into the shade Rosebud, and I'm adding this kind of to the middle portion of the lid. It kind of becomes a bit more of an iridescent kind of glitter when you tap it out like that. It's super pretty. And then I'm just adding a little bit closer to the lash line with a brush. And then of course, since it's New Year's Eve, I decided to go all out and add a little bit as a highlight basically. I'm just tapping this over my highlighter. And then a pair of Lily Lashes in Miami to finish off the look. Now for the first lip option, I'm using my good old favorite nude gloss. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb, the original Glossy Bomb. I think this is just a really nice touch, and of course it wouldn't fade through the night. But of course, I did want to add a bit of a vampy touch here. So for the second look, I'm going to start out by lining my lips with Merlot from Jordana, and I am going to go ahead and fill them in completely. And then I'm topping them with this Wet n Wild Catsuit. This is like their glossy lipstick, and this is the shade Devil's Advocate. It's a really pretty color, but it definitely needs a lip liner underneath it to stand out and not be patchy. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year's. Bye guys.